Good evening and welcome to Tucker Carlson. Tonight, in less than an hour, Joe Biden begins his annual State of the Union address. Imagine if he dared to be honest about it. What would he say? What is the state of our union tonight? Well, in a word, it is fragile, very fragile. The United States is poorer, it's more fearful, it's far less free than it was when Joe Biden
with Jenny and Stuffa and Dave taking out money for the ratio of men and women and the trains.
And then he proceeded to make
the direction we travel here. And the Energizer Bunny.
But in the meantime, voters already
taken to the ER and the MMA about the 9-volt being better than the 12-volt sometimes. This time reduction, renormalization. I'll just use Tylenol to aspirin. Why do I need fluovium and nuclear material when I'm making it going nuclear? Just for funsies. Yeah. Did you not see that? Did you not ever take an ASVAB before?
But everyone else has second thoughts, and that would include many
Figure out what's going on.
Who
done it? I want to know right now.
Hispanic voters. Independent voters, an awful lot of
being in the area of the timetable here, the unit conversion chart, just a real nice one. Just a little bit out in terms of people having different ways of thinking about the temperature, but gravity.
So that's what Biden is up against.
Before we get into this shooter, Bob Lee Swagger.
And the answer is mostly
now it doesn't give you the base system, but it gives you what? Log X, log the long division, the long division of the optics on this thing starting to adjust, or how you have to compress to deal with that fuzzy downrange when you're sending her. I mean, look at this. You got the LBS is sitting on top of you, the geometry problem inside the cot of the S1, S2, S3, where you're located for H, with again the pounds of the building with the base, while looking at the square, the C pyramid here of the open cylinder in the C-clone, right? The circular, spherical.
Well, some of it is true.
And you actually get the ratio. You're going to need those numbers, so you actually need to figure out the rectangle surface area, right? Or perimeter, or how you go about breaking that down, where you built it through some of the systems. Okay. Now, for what there might be more of these, but the difference in knowing the math and saying, hey, I can conduct this test and really cutting up this pie chart of who's in the area is a big difference. They're sine and cosine different. They're sin and cosine away brothers and sisters and arms here. And you're figuring out this the surface area of the sphere while sending that stuff about what's going on the base.
That is real.
This is the box, Pragrant in 3 dimensions, right?
You, the consumer of news, and they're doing it in ways that are often hidden and therefore highly insidious.
I like to keep it frosty.
Much of the information about the war that you're ingesting
this isn't the reason it's different for me. I'm not just showing you my Facebook post. This is me actively, even though I'm not.
Some of that information beep
Mario.
So the question is, how do you
some of this about the 79, which is the SCP, does this, the 49, which is the plague doctor, and his Ed, for Ed and 42 in here to me, obviously, and what I'm trying to do inside here about this way you do the combat minimizer variable inside here, while dealing with the storyline, how do you make a beef Wellington here? Well, it's that mob on the MOB for what this battery is right here, right? I was looking for it. Is it? There, Salty. The sea turtles in here, the chain drop, you hook onto me because I'll be your rock, Salty. The anchor over here that does the differential, and there's a math way to just rip somebody down like that in terms of what you're trying to do. Red light, green light, red light, green light. Skull Mountain here in town about certain areas of operations, hanging with Dr. Dre here. We're going to put all those things in sequence, and I'll show you this is the show your work parts of this that I would appreciate to kind of tell you, hey, appreciate all the shit, but you got to pick it up here, this part of it, or whatever kind of index I'm trying to show you off We were talking about the Metatron here not having any junk. Well, let me tell you something, liars and cheaters and thieves and stealers and whatever other bullshit you trying to put. I'll dump them in here, man. You know, me and Sharps will figure it out because I'm playing around with them trying to do the game on the Rape Ghost here for what you got buried and Groundskeeper Willie tearing it up, right? You know, but then you don't want none of Groundskeeper Willie. You just want to fight with all your own sides. Well, the difference is here. Kind of some different stuff. I mean, it really doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You'll get me, I'll get you. There's the wire.